Assalamu alaikum. If you are enjoying my videos, please share them to others so that others may also benefit from them. If anyone benefits from watching a video of mine that you have shared with them, and if they change their lives, then you will also get the reward for that. Please make dua for me that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts and answers any du'as right now that I'm making to him. And please make dua for everyone else that is watching this video, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lifts any hardships and obstacles and worries in their lives, that He helps them to answer their du'as and He fulfills their dreams. Make dua for each other. There's a brother by the name of Rahim Jung. He's very well known. If you live in the UK and maybe abroad, you must have seen him. He's a well-known fundraiser, charity fundraiser, and he comes on Islam channel a lot. And he's from our local community, and I know him and his family for many years. So once we were having a discussion, a talk, and he told me a story, and I think he has shared this in public somewhere. He was visiting Australia, and for some reason he was in a he had put his head out of the sunroof of the car or out of the window. He's doing something silly, and there was an accident, and he went flying out of that car, and he fractured his skull in multiple places, and he had multiple injuries all over his body. He had to be airlifted to hospital. They operated on his skull, and he made a complete recovery. And what was the significance of that? Because he said a few days before that, he was the host. He said whenever he goes and he fundraises, or he's the host for a charity event, he always tries to give something. Even if it's a little amount, he always tries to give something. So he said there was a charity event that I went to, that I was hosting, and that charity was collecting money for those with brain injuries or with brain problems. And he said, I had already put in my mind that, okay, I'm just going to give a small donation to this charity. But he said, for some reason, I increased that amount, and I thought, you know what, let me just give this whole amount to this charity. He said, I did that and I forgot about it. A few days later, this accident happened, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He protected me, and He protected my brain in particular because of that charity that I gave. Giving sadaqah is a way of protecting yourself from harm and from calamities for you and your family. The Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith that the secret sadaqah, the hidden sadaqah, it extinguishes the anger of the Lord. The secret sadaqah, which is so secret that the left hand doesn't know what the right hand has given. The sadaqah that is so secret that your own family members, they don't know. Your own children or your parents or your siblings or your wife, your own family doesn't know that you're doing this sadaqah. And I mentioned this story before, and I think it was set in South Africa, where this man for 20 years he fasted on every Monday and Thursday, and his own wife didn't know. What he would do, he would leave in the morning with his packed lunch, and on Monday and Thursday he would give it to the homeless. After that man died, the homeless people came and knocked on her door on a Monday, and they said, where's the food? And that's how she found out that he would actually fast, because he would give it to homeless people, then he would come back in the evening and he would eat food with his family like normal. Sadaqah is not just money. Money is probably the easiest form of sadaqah. Money could come back. You give £10 or $10 and tomorrow you get £50 or $50 back. The sadaqah of your time. Each of us remember in our lives those people who gave us time. It could have been a parent, it could have been a relative, an uncle, an aunt, it could have been a teacher at school. School is a very terrifying place for a child, a new school. And maybe there was a teacher there that gave you time, and you still remember that. You probably remember that more than someone who gave you a bit of money. Listening to someone who is undergoing problems or that is suffering, cheering someone up, making someone happy who is sad. These are great acts of sadaqah. These are great actions that please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Especially now in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. If you are listening to this in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, send a nice message to someone who is suffering. Listen to someone listen to someone so that they may share their problems and worries with you. Cheer someone up that you know is going through some troubles and is worried. And this sadaqah that you give, do some of that. Try to do something like that every single day. It doesn't have to be money. Try to do something like that every single day. And you have no idea what calamities Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what calamities and harm He may protect you against. This was today's story and today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications bell, and share this video amongst your friends and amongst your family and amongst your contacts, so that others may also be affected by it in the way that you were affected by it. Until the next episode, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.